Did Reze actually love Denji and Chainsaw Man? I made 2 short videos explaining this, but some people still don't believe me. So here's a quick video going through all the panels, or some of the panels, that kind of shows how Reze felt towards Denji. One thing that I noticed is that a lot of people say Reze only fell for Denji towards the end of that arc, but I don't think that's the case. I think Reze fell for Denji from the very first time. Like, obviously it was slow, like it was an instant, but the first time we actually see signs of it is when Reze asked Denji to run away with her. A lot of people can just say this is just Reze trying to manipulate Denji into running away with her so it'll be easier for her to kill him. But I don't think that's the case. Just bear with me here. Just look how desperate Reze seems here. I'll make you happy, I'll always protect you, even a please at the end. I mean, you can still say that she's trying to manipulate him here, whatever, but I think this is the real reason why Reze asked Denji to run away with her, because of the date they had at the school, where Reze was pretending to be the teacher and Denji was pretending to be the student. And Denji's like, oh man, so this is what school's like. And this is where Reze realizes that Denji hasn't even been to school, and then actually expresses concern for Denji, like he's 16 and most kids would be studying at this time, instead of working in a place where they can easily lose their life. And the reason Reze cares so much about this is because she can relate to that, because she herself was raised as a weapon, and it's highlighted later on. And again, she's like, that's like the bare minimum standard of living in Japan. It's not something amazing. But before we get back to the part where she asks Denji to run away with her, I think it's important to realize that she kind of indirectly already asked Denji to run away with her, in a way, where she asks Denji if he prefers the town mouse or the country mouse from the Aesop fables. And of course, Dennis, being the Dennis he is, says he would rather be the town mouse. And Reze saying the country mouse has it way better. Nothing beats the peace. Just look at Reze's expression here. This is Reze's way of asking Denji if he would still prefer to stay in this town, knowing he's being manipulated and he's not getting the bare minimum, as long as he gets all the stuff he wants, like food and, you know, touch of a woman or whatever. And just realize that none of this has to happen. She could have just went for Denji's heart right from the start. Like, there was no reason to extend this whole thing, no reason to ask Denji these questions. Like, why would you ask someone this? It makes no sense, right? It's such a deep question that it's not really something you ask towards someone that you want to kill, basically. And now we go back to the part where she asks Denji to run away with her, and she actually says, because I like you, Denji. And again, you can say that she's saying it because she wants to manipulate Denji, but here's where it really struck me. She's actually anticipating and waiting for Denji's response. And no, this is the perfect moment for her to try and kill Denji and take his heart. But why is she not? She's waiting for an answer from Denji to see if he actually likes her. And why is that the case? Because she actually cares. And our boy Denji's like, can I not keep working? You know, like he loves his job now because of Makima, obviously, and keep seeing Reze. And of course, Reze, someone that actually likes Denji now, doesn't want to be selfish. So she's like, I'm not gonna force you away from your job, but if we have to run away, I think this is her thought process. If you have to run away, you have to run away without the job, or else they're gonna keep tracking him down, right? And you can see at this exact moment is where Reze shifts her facial expression. He's like, okay, I get it. At this point, she kind of just admits defeat, like, I can't do anything about this. I like this guy, but I can't do anything about it. I might as well just complete my original mission and get back where I can be safe. And once again, while they were fighting, Reze says that she actually did like Denji. She meant it when she said it. It wasn't a joke. It was not manipulation. The feelings behind what she said was real. And Aki tells Denji to stop being tricked, to which Denji says that, I'm gonna pass, I got Makima. And this is where she realizes that Denji is actually Makima's pet. And this is where this solidifies for me. Knowing that Makima owns Denji, Reze is like, then even if you had run away with me, it would have been pointless. And she actually lets out a sigh. This actually shows that Reze actually meant it when she wanted to run away with him. Because back then she didn't know Makima's the one they were running from. And this is a bit important for later when Makima confronts Reze. So just keep this in mind. If you want real acting or manipulation from Reze, this is it. By any chance, do you think I still actually like you? This is where she's actually lying. She knows that she can't run away with Denji knowing Makima will be after her. It's impossible. We all know what Makima is capable of. And while Reze is running away, it's where we see why Reze relates to Denji so much about him not getting an education or a childhood or a proper childhood. Because she's been through the same thing. She was literally raised as a weapon from childhood. And just before Reze boards the Shinkansen or the bullet train, she gets a flower from the charity girl. The same flower that Denji got when he donated to charity in the start of the arc. And obviously that reminds her of Denji. And you can see the train is departing. She didn't board the train. She decides to go after Denji. She came back for Denji knowing the chances of them actually escaping from Makima is pretty much zero. And you can see this is where Makima appears and says, I like the country mouse too. Really creepy because the whole narrative is supposed to be the town mouse and the country mouse, where Makima says it doesn't really matter if you're in the town or the country, she'll get you regardless, which comes back to Reze's point that even if they ran away together, Makima would get them regardless. Makima exists outside of the narrative. She controls everything. And this is where we realize that Reze actually had feelings for Denji, or was developing feelings for Denji, because just before she was dying in Makima's hands, she's like, Really, why didn't I kill you the first time we met? This is her last thoughts. That was the mission the whole time. When she met Denji, she realized that Denji is just like her. She relates to Denji. They're similar, and she's grown to care for Denji. And then we see Reze's final thoughts about Denji, where she's like, Denji, the truth is, I've never gone to school either. And it's heartbreaking because she related to him so much. She ran back for him knowing that chances of them surviving together is pretty much zero, impossible because of Makima. And our boy Denji is actually waiting for her. Look at this gentleman. He got the flowers, he even packed a bag. He's like ready to go. It's actually sad just reading this. And the shop owner doesn't make it any better. He's like, Denji, I need to close now. Face it, she was out of your league. You live in separate worlds. After all this, if you still don't believe that Reze actually had genuine feelings for Denji, I don't know what to say, but I hope this convinces you otherwise. Bye bye. Thanks for watching. That's about it. Like and subscribe. Goodbye. Subscribe. Peace.